I'm very sure that you have heard the saying thousands of times, and that is, there's plenty more fish in the sea. And it's actually factual. There are many, many fish in the sea, and there are 7.8 billion people on this planet right now that we know of, and that's a whole lot of competition. And the whole dating world is so vastly competitive, and the average woman goes on a whole load of first dates. So how do you stand out from everybody else? I mean, you're just as great as you are, if not better, than all of the other guys out there. But luckily, there are just a couple of ways that you can just improve slightly to stand out from the crowd. These techniques will make sure that in a room full of men with only one lady available, you are going to stand out. So gentlemen, stay tuned, get ready for finding out a little bit more about standing out. The first thing you can do is take her out on a unique date. I cannot count the number of times myself or a friend, we have all been taken to coffee shops for dates. I mean, yeah, we like coffee, it's nice, but it's not different or unique. And it makes us ladies feel that you didn't really put that much thought into our date, unless there was a crazy spark between us and we were like, let's just go for coffee right now. And after that first date, I don't really have any outstanding memories about the guy. So think outside the coffee-shaped box, guys, and get a little bit more creative. It's gonna help the girl remember that date. And it also makes her think, wow, he put in so much effort into this. He must really like me. Basically, it's gonna immediately get you 10 steps ahead of the other guys, and this is what you want to do. Some unique date ideas could be taking her on your favorite hike, take her on a tour around a hidden place in your local area, or even go to a music concert together. Anything that is different is going to let you stand out from the crowd. I know for sure that gentlemen, you do not do this enough. Tell her about your passions. Ladies absolutely love hearing about a guy go on and on about the things they enjoy. When guys talk about something they are passionate about, they light up and their whole body language completely changes. And women love this and they are drawn into that type of natural passion. So when it comes to finding something that you are passionate about, it doesn't have to be uber exciting where you go jumping off cliffs with a parachute on your back, and it doesn't even have to be anything related to your career. Although if that is something that you are passionate about, great. It could be a video game that you enjoy playing, it could be a sport, it could be that new figurine you've bought for Warhammer 40k. Whatever it is, what you find passionate is going to make her just fall into a heap of lovey goo on the floor when she sees how passionate you are. Now I get it. You're probably thinking, but Anna, like years down the line, she hates it when I talk about Warhammer 40k. Yes, women will get quite annoyed if you always talk about Warhammer 40k or always talk about, I don't know, Jack Grealish on the pitch. However, it's up to you to kind of put it back just every now and then. It's going to help you stand out from the whole crowd. And speaking from experience, men always ask the same questions. What do you do as a job? Where do you live? And yeah, it's nice that you gentlemen are taking an interest in us, but unfortunately, when you have lots of guys asking you this question, it loses its spark and you know it's coming up and it's just really boring. So when a guy asks me questions about something else that I didn't expect, it enlightens me up and it makes me think, wow, what a nice guy. I am much more likely to remember him and want to see him again if I can get him talking about his passions. It could even be Call of Duty. I don't play it myself, but I would appreciate if you waffled on for 10 minutes because I can see your passion oozing out. And the reason is, if he is so passionate in something like that, that means he can be passionate about me, and that's what all ladies want, to be the center of your universe. Be bold and spontaneous. There is an absolute huge difference between being an average run-of-the-mill date and one that completely wows the pants off a lady. Probably not as sexual as that should really be, but this time I'm talking about the location of the date. I'm talking about how you can actually wow and impress a lady. And it really comes down to you being brave and stepping out of your comfort zone. And if you are on a date and you really, really like a girl, it's time to take a leap of faith. Playing it cool isn't going to get you very far. Playing it cool isn't going to get you that far. And it's scary, I get it, but I know you can do it. You've already got her to go on this date, so you can go out of your shell a little bit more. Women like it when guys can become excellent leaders, so it's going to work well if you pick where the date is and what you are doing. Take charge of the conversations, but don't be obnoxious or loud because we don't like that. But just gently guide the conversations, and that is enough for her to think, wow, what a powerful man. Hold the door open for the lady and pull out her chair. Even offer to take her coat from her. These are all examples of being a leader, taking charge and being extremely bold. Women also like a man who has that bad boy side, so be a little bit edgy, wear your coolest outfit. Unless, of course, you are going to a nice restaurant, dress appropriately, because if you don't, you look like a complete numpty. Now, there are a few ways that you can do these things seamlessly. And the first way is to kiss her 2/3 of the way through a date. Every single girl expects or would like to expect to be kissed at the end of the date. It's in every romantic movie. It's a little bit cliche, but we all know it's coming up. After you've had the dinner, you go back home, you're at the doorstep, or you're just about to get into the taxi, you know it's about to happen. And if you want to stand out from the crowd, that's where you need to be bold. If everything's going well and there's lots of chemistry flying around the room, then that is your sign to getting close, to leaning and give her a big smooch on the face. She will love how assertive you have been and that you could just not wait to kiss her. Pay her a compliment about something she has revealed earlier on in the conversation. Maybe she mentioned, I've always disliked my legs, and then she kind of swiftly moves on to the next comment. Remember that and later say, you know what, you really shouldn't dislike your legs because I think they are well and truly gorgeous. And she will be so happy that you really did listen to what she said and that you turned it around and paid her a compliment. Ladies really do love compliments and they will help you stand out in that crowd. Ask her a really tough question, something that might challenge her and make her think twice. Ladies love the guys that have intelligence, and not only will this make you look smart, but by challenging her, you are creating a very memorable moment. Say something she would not expect you to say. Maybe you have a wild story from your travels or job that you did that was a little bit crazy and out there. She will be fascinated by these stories and a little bit taken back. And after all, she's not expecting it from you. She will also be very attracted by how worldly you are, and any man who has travelled instantly stands out from the crowd. Say a swear word. Now this one is controversial, and normally on a date I would never suggest swearing, but if you want to stand out from the crowd though, saying a swear word could actually work in your favour. If you are telling a joke or telling an interesting story, just drop in a very small swear word where appropriate, and it's going to grab her attention and give that little bit of oomph that she's gonna love. Be positive and make a lady laugh. There are a few ways to a lady's heart, and one of them is through laughter. If you were to make me laugh on a date, I would never, ever, ever forget you, because laughing, it's one of those nicest things in the world. It's a universal sign that someone is feeling calm and collected. When a man makes you laugh, you suddenly think, if we were in a relationship, it would be so fun to date him. So you naturally start to imagine what a Saturday night in would look like. And the other way to stand out in a crowd is to be very positive. Because when you are positive, you will light up the room. The lady will feel blessed to be in your company. Your positive rays will shine through. And if you are very positive about everything, a lady will feel like they really want to see you again, especially over other men. Your date may have been on another date with a man who was rude to the barista, and she will most definitely never see him again. Whereas if you are kind and positive to everyone, she will want to see you over and over again. Just remember guys, to stand out from other men, it's important to be bold, to be positive, funny, passionate, and to take her on those surprise dates. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know down in the comments. Give me a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to make my day. But if you want to get your name rolling up next to my face, like these amazing people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below to find out a little bit more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.